Is Battletoads the hardest video game ever made? Everybody has that one difficult game that just haunts them, and for a lot of people, that game is Battletoads. I mean, heck, a lot of people can't even make it past that damn turbo tunnel in stage 3. But I got news for you. This game has a total of 13 stages. That means there's 10 more stages you have to beat after the turbo tunnel. So you better get good at that stage because you're gonna need to save those continues for later. But don't NES games usually give you unlimited continues? Well, not this one. You only get 3. For being such a long game, this is brutal. And back to the 13 stages thing, most NES games aren't that long. The stages can vary quite a bit in this game as well, to the point where it almost feels like you're having to learn a new game for each stage. This is where the unlimited continues would have really come in handy, as it would give you the ability to practice these stages. Instead, what you end up doing is playing through the game up to the farthest point, where you hopefully get a little bit better each time before you run out of continues and have to play all the way through again. So, this process is obviously very challenging, but the question then becomes, is it fun? Well, I think so. The thing that makes this game unique to evaluate is that the difficulty is a part of its identity. There's just no getting around it. What this leads to is often people saying stuff like, the game is way too hard, it sucks. Now, if somebody thinks a game being too hard makes it bad, then they're entitled to that opinion, but those who enjoy the challenge have a shot at enjoying a great game. And let's face it, I think there's a part of us that actually likes getting really pissed off at a difficult game. Otherwise, why would we keep coming back for more? We come back for more in this game because seeing if you can beat a stage is just as intriguing as seeing what the next level will be. Even for the first 2 stages, this is the case. You're cruising along thinking, hey, this isn't so bad. I must be pretty good at video games if I'm just moving along in one of the hardest games ever made. Then you of course get to the turbo tunnel, and this is where the people who hate the game get separated from the people who love the game. Because if you can beat the turbo tunnel, you're feeling pretty good about yourself, and it's actually a really fun level to play if you aren't constantly dying. I mean, you're speeding along, hopping off jumps, and dodging those walls at warp speed. But the main thing is that this is when a player starts to believe, hey, if I beat this level, then I must have a chance at beating this game. I mean, that's part of the allure of this game. Can you beat Battletoads? That's something you can tell people that would mean something. Well, at least fellow retro gamers. So, after the turbo tunnel, you head to the snow level, feeling cocky, where you most likely get your butt handed to you. This is the stage that really establishes what makes the game so difficult. You often don't know what to expect, and the game tries to constantly catch you off guard. The game is always changing what you need to do and how to use your brain and reflexes to get through. But wait a second, doesn't this kind of sound like good game design? Well, not everybody will agree because it makes the game tougher. But there was a lot of creativity at play when they created this game. I mean, some of the stuff you see had never really been done before. Also, this game was made by Rareware, who was well known for making awesome games. I really think this game was an early effort for a blossoming game developer. Okay, let's talk about the characters and the theme of this game. There's 3 toads, and they all have some pretty disgusting names. Rash, Zitz, and Pimple. There's a very clear inspiration from Ninja Turtles, which was of course really popular at the time. Some people criticize the game for that, and I think it's a fair point, but of all the Ninja Turtles ripoffs, Battletoads seems to be the most loved. And by the way, if you want to make this game even more difficult, then try playing it co-op with a buddy. Yikes, what a nightmare. Oh, and how could I do a Battletoads video without mentioning the Yeah, this game is worth trying just for that pause music alone.